appreciate everybody hanging out in the chat, waiting for me to get it together, because let me tell you guys, complications of trying to do a full-time podcast gig in part-time hours is not easy. But, you know, for all my faithful people who are remaining in the live chat this evening, I thank you all for joining us here. It's definitely not going to be the show that I wanted to perform for you guys this evening, but it's still going to be a great show nonetheless. Why is that? Well, because you guys make it the best interactive podcast of comic books on YouTube. So I appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys are great. So let's get this thing kicked off. So don't forget to share the video. If you're watching this on a rewind, don't forget to leave me a comment below. Help me break some of them algorithms. And don't forget to like and share the video, of course. So there's so much more production I got to put into this, but I got to tell you, Mr. Eric Hurd, if he's in the live chat, bro, I appreciate you and everything you've done with this logo. This logo is my branding now. See, I appreciate you, bro. Everything you do is magic. So you guys, please make sure you're hitting up Eric for some graphics work and such. And of course, our soundtrack is always provided by White Bat Audio. So call Carl Casey at White Bat Audio. You need to go check him out. And y'all know you did it. You did it. So plus 1,000 subscribers. So that means we're going to be giving away an Ultra box here with a whole bunch of goodies inside of it. So looks like the consensus is that it's going to be a website for people to enter. I'm going to just again subscribe, and we'll post details on how to enter. It is going to be requiring you to put out your personal information to me. So I need to make sure I get all the legal disclaimers and stuff like that in place. That you guys know I'm not going to sell your data. Okay, that's basically what I want everybody to understand. It's basically I might text message you or I might send you a consolation prize. So there's going to be reasonings behind it all, and I appreciate everybody for sticking through for the Ultra Box giveaway because it's an insane box. It's a starter collection, and I hope everybody who does enter understands. I really appreciate you guys making it better for all of us by supporting this channel. So everybody in the live chat, I love you all. So Comic Barricade is got a 10% off code because I love you so much. Use that ULTRA for 10% off. Shout out to Comic Barricade. I'm already 2 cups of coffee deep in, so you guys know I'm all wound up and wired. And I got a cat rubbing up against my legs like crazy right now. She's like, "You're wearing pants. It's Florida. It's 100 degrees outside. Why are you wearing pants?" I know it's still, but anyway, Wanted Comics. If you guys don't know about Wanted Comics, you need to check out their wantedcomics.com website. You can also find them at Wanted Comics on eBay. Great people, great store, great packaging, great books, great prices. I appreciate Drew because Drew has been one of my go-tos for years. I've been buying eBay books off of him for the better part of a decade. So, just of course, he's got exclusives like the John Gallagher MFKZ that you see there. Man, it's some good stuff. So don't forget again, leave a comment below if you're watching on the rewind. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click that notification bell for notifications for when we go live here. Because as much as I try to stick to a schedule, well, my work schedule has me on the road, everybody, and I am too nose to the grind. As you guys know, I was a stay-at-home dad. My kid enrolled in VPK, so now I have, still have responsibilities around the house and stuff like that. But the schedule that I was able to make work is going to be evenings again, which is the reason why I was a late night owl anyway. But it's all good. You guys support the hell out of me. Follows are always appreciated on Facebook, on IG, and of course on Twitter. And you can check all those links at the channel page. Has them all listed right there in the bottom right corner of the Ultra Maximus logos. And this is the September 22nd, 2021. Well, yeah, it's the 23rd now some places. But it is what it is, everybody. I am the Ultra Maximus. You are here for the sound of my voice, not so much my face. I got a face for radio, but we're going to talk about that here in just a second. The Raw report for September 22nd, 2021, and unfortunately some of the only news I'm going to be able to offer you guys is spoilerific, and of course it has to do with What If episode number 7. So I'll take this time to plaster my face on the screen. and give you time to look away. Now you have an opportunity to go and just, you know, check out and just be like, I don't need to watch any about the What If, and come back in a couple of minutes and we'll talk about some comic books. This is, again, I'm just going to preface this. This is probably the lighthearted. It's probably the most lighthearted episode. But, you know, of course, with anything What If, there's always that cliffhanger. But if you guys are into Darcy and Jane Foster, they made Jane Foster look like she was a redhead in this compared to Darcy. So it was quite interesting. But then we had a lot of guest appearances. And yes, G-Money, I agree wholeheartedly. I believe this was probably one of the funniest episodes of What If they have displayed. You know, Thor becoming the party prince, everybody, and lets everybody drink if you're drinking pressed coffee on the presser. I know it's a little bit late in the evening, but, you know, you guys know I like to stay up and play video games and wait for Titan's new episode to drop. But I am almost 2 cups deep, so it was pretty crazy. Free Energy, good to see you. And he loves cake, everybody. So just remember. And they keeping their scoots. But it really was a love story. So wow, Dave Collects is like, I love What If. So he triple loved it, everybody. That's like even bigger than a triple dog dare. So it was really good. I will admit. So I think it was the best episode by far thus far. But it's only thus far, and I can tell you guys they have multiple seasons of What If planned. So here we go. It's going to be good to see, but oh no, this is the spoilerific part. I mean, I'm not going to spoil the whole story. You guys need to watch the What If story because it's impressive. It's very impressive what they did with the What If story. But the ending, of course, is very spoilerific here because, of course, this guy shows up. And yeah, do you see all that right there? Yeah, and then there's the Vision inside of it. So this is a universe in which Ultron obtained his Vision body. And, yep. Leave me a comment below. I don't think he's ever appeared outside of the Annihilation where he was, like, trying to get the Infinity Gauntlet, right? Korg was great too. I mean, there was so many good cameos in this episode today. So the cameo thing. Speaking of cameos is when somebody makes an appearance in somebody else's book. Let's just be honest. But the first time a person debuts on pages is very important. Why is that very important? Well, we'll talk about that here in just a second here. Catwoman number 35, however, the Cal New cardstock variant, was the honorable mention. This book sold out some of the larger retailers quickly. Yeah, so is Catwoman still the lowest ordered of the DC main titles that are in for the Fear State tie-ins? Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about that, because I think that may be key to why that book might have a little bit more growth potential. But you know what? I got to give the runner-up to another book that it's crazy how this worked out, because this book and another book were featured in a spot last week called The Variant Battle, and this one turned out to be the runner-up. So the runner-up here is Radiant Black number 8, 1 in 25, and it's a Tyler Kirkham Virgin variant cover. Tyler Kirkham is a brilliant artist, absolutely, as you can tell. And with an indie title, you never know. You really never know. Everybody's like, oh, it's been optioned. You know, I've seen a lot of books get optioned and never get made. And Image number 1s, you know, used to be that insta-buy. People would stack 5-10 copies of Image number 1s all the time. So that's why this one's got the runner-up of the week. But you know, the book of the week, and unfortunately, I really didn't want this book to be the book of the week, but you all took the bait where a certain application said there is the first full appearance of this guy. No, absolutely not. His first full appearance was in Moon Knight number 1. Don't kid yourself. The only thing that he has going for him is, I believe, cover appearance. On the regular cover, too. But the incentive variant, look, I got 2 copies of it today because I saw potential. But I don't agree with it being the first full appearance. It's a first cover appearance on the A cover, but nothing on the B cover, which is the Miles variant. And then, of course, this 1 in 25. All the covers look great for this book. And I think the guts of him, of inside, I only got to flip through like 2 books, and I didn't really get to even prep anything for the repile tonight. So I'm very disappointed in myself for that, guys. But, you know, real life responsibilities and such. So, again, this book cleared off of eBay at incentive ratio and a roughly about. I'm watching it, and of course there was multiple opportunities I had to load it in my cart, but I was like, I'm gonna wait for my LCS. You know, it's always in the back of my mind is waiting for the LCSs around me and trying to support the local businesses. But of course, when a book gets hot like that, when a book has an announcement dropped by either somebody writing an article or, you know, doing some kind of alert to a mass public that's very impressionable, who follows a certain application, who will basically just buy anything that gets alerted there. Because, you know, there's a lot of people with just money to burn that just, you know, will do that. Again, I think they're falling too much for the app influence being the ones, you know, saying that this is the first full appearance when it's clearly not. But, you know, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about that one. I'd like to hear from you guys on that. And let's get the show on the road a little bit. Let's talk about some of the books that came out this week. T. Ravis in the house. Good to see you, man. Blaze Comics dropping 2 titles today. All right. I like this book. I like this book too. This one's okay. I really thought this was cool because it's the Trial of the Red Skull redone. So, you know, shout out to Blaze Comics for continuing with the wonderful Marvel tie-in, or the Marvel swipes, of course. You know, just tying in kind of into their stories, and they're pulling it off effectively, I think. I think some of those long-term might be cool. And then, of course, who doesn't like glow-in-the-dark covers? So your 20 copy incentive for He Who Fights with Monsters #1 is the glow in the dark, and then there's a 30 copy Jay Lee, then there's a 40 copy Jay Lee glow in the dark, and then there's also a 50 copy Jay Lee line art. But we also got Space Pirate Captain Harlock here with cover A, cover B by Mercado, and then cover C. So then there was a cover D, and then there was a cover E, and then there's this cover F incentive by Perez. Then there's this Mercado, and then there's this 30 copy incentive. So what's pretty cool looking stuff there. Again, if you haven't seen the anime, it's a few years old. I think like 2017-ish. So, oh wow, that's 6 years old now. No, I can't do that. It's 5 years old. 4 years old. See, I'm aging myself. I'm sorry, I've got an animal that's annoying me. She won't go away. I think she loves me. It's one of those things. I think I feed her and take care of her and all that stuff. S Factor number 6. That's cool, Nate. I'm glad to hear it's a good book. I definitely have to pick up more of it. I did pick up an earlier issue for sure. Yeah, originally from the 80s. Originally from the 80s, that is for sure. I've checked out the original material too. It's pretty cool looking stuff. Action Lab, Citizen. So this is of course Action Lab, which has their more appropriate all ages. I don't know about all ages, but it's definitely less TNA than their Danger Zone stuff. So that's the difference if you're wondering why Action Lab has 2 different publications, basically. Aftershock, and of course for you guys who are into Donny Cates, there is your Baby Teeth number 20, the final issue of the series. If you read the Baby Teeth series, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the whole entire thing, and if you can recommend it to the people who watch the presser. And the Bunny Mask number 4 here is 4 of issue 5. So we got one more coming. And they are yeah, you know, this one, Evils, you're talking about Zombie Tramp because we were just talking about Aftershock, but this one here kind of looks like Zombie Tramp 2, like zombie-ish. So, but this is Aftershock and Bunny Mask, which had 2 different mask variants. 2 different ones, making it very, very interesting. Antarctic Press. Kaiju of the Wind, the Core Raptor. Cookie and the Kid, Volume 2, number 1. Gold Digger, 284. Jungle Comics, number 4. There we go with Artist, Writers, and Artisans, and they gave us Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal. Oh, yeah. Isn't that some lovely stuff? Drinking a beer and smoking a cigarette in utero. Kurt Cobain would have thought of that one first, I'm pretty sure. Behemoth. MFKZ, as you all know, is a wonderful, wonderful book. It's got a wonderful movie to it too. You can check that out on Netflix if you didn't know about that one. And then Every Day's the Grind, everybody. If you didn't know about the grind, like he's getting the grind pretty bad. Like, you know, I just fractured, you know, an eye socket and had a staph infection. So it's like you get a trade off, right? Last year it was attempted lead poisoning. So it was crazy. But here we go. Moving on. Black Mask dropping God Killer Tomorrow's Ashes, number 2, second print. Man, this book has gotten so many later prints. And then Tomorrow's Ashes is only a 3-issue miniseries. I still think the final issue of the previous volume that was like a secret release is probably a good spec play. If you didn't know about that one, you know about it now. Don't ask me how I retain this knowledge, anybody. I just don't know. Oh yeah, I know how I retain it. It's called coffee. Did you guys ever see that Futurama episode where Fry would drink, 100 cups of coffee, and it just gets to that Zen moment? That's how I live. Bliss on Tap Publishing. Train 8 Zombie Express, number 3 of 3. So look, more zombies, everybody. More zombies. GPK cover. What's the GPK? You know, honestly, that was all the books that I am showing you here are the ones that are made aware of by Diamond Publishing. And again, I lost the original file I was working on and had to patch this together in like no time. So if you're wondering what Ultra does under pressure when he loses all of his work, yeah, the auto recovery didn't recover nothing. Let's just put it that way. So, but the good thing is that I back up all of my FOC shows. So I have those slides, but I just had to go and locate them, copy them, paste them, put them in, make sure they were all there, make sure to omit the ones that were pushed back and not on the same release day. Yeah, it's all crazy. Oh, the Garbage Pail Kids. I don't know if there was another one for this issue. If there was and I missed it, I'm going to kick myself because that's a good point. So thank you for pointing that out. And there's like 5 of you there talking about it, so it's probably likely so. Tarot Witch of the Black Rose, number 129, Deluxe Litho Edition. Oh, no. Your phone says you can't spell. Yeah, that's funny. Her phone says get her a cheeseburger because she needs to eat. Her ribs are showing. So somebody get this girl a cheeseburger. That's all I'm saying. But this is number 58 of 350 was used. So I'm assuming these are limited to 350 copies, which is kind of crazy to think about. In this day and age, 350 is a very low number. So I don't know. Is there a future or spec market in those? Possibly. Everybody keeps talking about books like that coming back around, like Lady Death and such. Devil's Due Press, of course. Did you guys catch the free comic book day Trailer Park Boys had a free comic book day, and now they got a second printing of their number 1, so make sure you go back and pick this one up if you didn't pick this one up. And I don't know if it's still in stock at Diamond. It may actually be one of those that are gone. Fan Taco Enterprises, everybody. Screaming Hard, number 2. And it looks like, and yet another zombie book. What's up, Blind Adam? Awesome Sauce Radio in the house, everybody. We got Howard Stern Royalty on the channel. Appreciate seeing you in the chat, brother. Hope you had a good show tonight. I, unfortunately, was on the road working until the very last minute I possibly could. And, yeah, you know. You can live chat on your phone, silly. Yeah. All right, everybody. Heavy Metal. Did you know about this one? Because if you caught the secret variant, you probably knew about this one. Blind Adam. This is a book you need to get Ultra a copy of, bro, because I struck out and got none today. I only picked up 3 books today, and 2 of them were the same book. But Cold Dead War number 1 second print is probably going to be a book that a lot of people were after, especially if they like that heavy metal imprint. And then Cold Dead War number 4 of 4. And yeah, that Cold Dead War number 1 second print is all new artwork for that cover, as far as I know. Because the original cover had none of that. And Evil's had none at his LCS, which is true. There was none at a lot of LCSs apparently. So you got to ask them if they can still order that and see what's up with it. So Oni Press, Jonna and the Impossible Monsters giving us issue number 6, and then the number 6 cover B. That's going to wrap it up for Oni. And then Scout dropped, and again, this is different from what I'm seeing. So like my store, my LCS gets most of these books like a week in advance. So they're looking at the books that come out on previews like a week before they come out. Previews gets them, and then Lunar gets them, and it's like everybody's got different release dates for these things. It's also because I'm down here in Florida, so I think we have a little bit of an advantage. But anyway, Broken Souls Ballad number 3, Impossible Jones number 1 of 4, and here is your cover A. But there was this 10 copy incentive, so this one was probably the one that a lot of people were after. Impure number 1 second printing, and then Midnight Western Theater number 5 of 5 was on the previews release schedule this week. And tune into your LCS for very closely to find out how their scout ordering is done, who it's delivered by, because if it's delivered by Lunar, it's going to have different books that are showing up on different dates than it does on Diamond. Then they also may order directly from Scout, and if they order directly from Scout, they might not get 3 or 4 of these books until their next order, the last book that they have is on the ship date. So it's like really, really weird to watch some of these publishers. Like Behemoth is one of them too. Whatever your last street date is when your order will ship. Yeah, so good luck if you're after that one, Dave. Very much so. I think it's going to be, like some of the Scout books, you might be able to find it on the Scout website. So I would check there first. Second Sight Publishing gave us Chess number 3 of 5, cover B, but they didn't show a cover A. So that was wild. And then we had Lady Freedom number 3. There was your cover A, and then here was your cover B by Rod Espinoza. I believe he showed up at one of my LCSs at one time. Valiant Entertainment giving us Mel, and I got to give a shout out to Mel and the Ninth Wonder, who keep on telling me, to do the Raza thing, but Raza just keeps on doing his thing. So he's adding books by the week. And here's what's really cool about this Exo Man War. First off, nobody's reading Valiant. Let's just be honest. The hardcore Valiant fans are buying 2 or 3 copies of some of these books. Some of them are doing the pre-order bundle where they get A cover, B cover, and C cover, right? And you know, it's cool. They're supporting the books they like. I did the same thing with Transformers. And am I saying that every Transformers book I bought is like going to be an amazing, like super rare, super expensive book? No. But these books are low distribution, and I don't know, it's like volume like 7 or whatever of XO. XO Man-O-War is really cool. It's a really cool premise, and I think it's probably a cool Valiant book that if the Valiant studio who made Bloodshot is going to make another movie, before they made Harbinger or anything else, which I think is going to be the next one that's going to get made, which is the reason why somebody keeps clearing them off of eBay, this right here is probably a good one. Yeah. So the Turok number 1, 2, and 3, and you had the XO Man-O-War pink variant. I mean, that's what everybody had back in the day. So here's the Johnson B cover, right? And then here's one that's going to throw some people for a loop because it's a Jeff DeCall cover. And the only way to get it was to pre-order it. So you guys want to talk about some really rare Jeff DeCall variants? This is probably going to be one of his rarest. Hey, Kitty, can't you tell I'm live? Or are you just going to annoy me the whole show? Come here. Sit in my lap. Let's see if I can pet you and control the screen here. All right, so that's going to do it for the remainder of the Valiant books. We are now on to Vault, which dropped Barbaric number 3 with Deluxe Black and White Edition at $7.99 cover price. Oh yeah, black bag variant. So you know it was a little bit on the risque side. So if you did get the black bag variant, you know, what is an XL option? Is it supposed to start John Cena? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so Barbaric number 3 cover B is the black and white black bag variant, and then Vampire the Masquerade number 10. All right, we're moving on. Zenoscope, of course, giving us Wonderland Annual, the Reign of Madness one shot cover A, and then here is your cover B by Chrome. And then here is your cover C by Burns. Gotta wrap it up for the Zenoscope. And then we're on to Boom. Boom Studios giving us Dark Blood number 2, second print. Dark Blood number 3, cover A. Then we got the cover B, which is the cool horror throwback, right? Here's your cover C, 10 copy. Here is your 25 copy incentive by Ward. Oh, Christian Ward. Absolutely killing it. Dune. So everybody getting ready. I'm so loving that October is almost upon us. You know what happens in October? Dune comes to my house in HBO Max, so I don't have to even leave. I don't have to go to the movie theater to watch nothing. So that's going to be cool. And then the Matrix, of course, is going to be up next. But I'm really excited for the Dune remake. I'm going to have to rewatch the old one. I think I'll probably rewatch the old one in the next couple of weeks before the re-release happens. But the Tedesco on the issue 10 cover B, not too shabby. 25 copy incentive. Oh yeah, you see the Fortress Maximus in the background there, and the Metroplex, man. Yeah. Thanks, bro. Good to see you too, man. Thanks for joining in the live chat, and let us know in the comments, King. What were you able to nab today? You get yourself any of those Moon Knight 1 in 25s? Seems to be the hot book of the week. Here's your 25 copy Dune, and here's your 50 copy Dune. So if you really like Tedesco art, good luck on this one. Yeah, man, Titan class, baby. That's what I am. You guys know I'm a city, right? It's the reason why. Oh, good stuff. Eat the Rich, number 2. Eat the Rich, cover B. Then the 10 copy, and the cat's gonna kill my leather for sure. I need a new office chair because this cat. Okay. King, you got it, man. That's a good pick right there too. It's a good Rogue cover, especially if you're a fan of Rogue. She's front and center on that one. And some stores didn't even get theirs this week. You know that? But anyway, Eat the Rich number 2. There's your 10 copy incentive. There's your 25 copy incentive by Maria Levette. So, wow. Crazy looking stuff there, huh? Good luck, number 4 of 5. James, you know. The cover B, John Boy Myers, everybody. John Boy Myers. It's just insane stuff there. Number 20, cover A by Dan Mora. The 10 copy incentive of Once and Future, and then the Sook variant for real. Issue 20, 25 copy, Once and Future. Wow. There's a bunch of them of that character that are just good looking variants themselves. I know most of them are Virgin covers for that boom stuff, but it is what it is. Dark Horse, of course, giving us another Black Hammer book. So we were deep in the Black Hammers today. Visions 8 of 8, cover A, cover B, cover C. So now that the Black Hammer Vision series is over, I believe every one of these books has a brand new Black Hammer character. So that may, down the line, be influential on how they are treated. So I would pay attention to that. Let's see here. The next is Killer Queens number 2. Cover A, the cover B, cover C, and then Norse Mythology 2, number 4. There's the cover B by David Mack, of course, if you're a Mack fan and a Cat fan. I mean, if you're a Cat fan, that's definitely your book. Cat and Mack. Tales from Harrow County, Fairfolk number 3 of 4, cover A. And then there's your cover B. And that's going to wrap it up for Dynamite. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. That was going to wrap it up for Dark Horse. Now we're into Dynamite. Dynamite had a couple of holdovers that were other releases that were delayed. So I got Barbarella number 3 on here. And I honestly think that I may have actually jumped the gun and going live while I was in the middle of doing these. So I believe I missed the Red Sonja Black, White, and Red. My apologies to everybody over the Dynamite offices. You know, if Dynamite really wanted to help us out here at the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, they could send me over just a blank slide of all the books. Just kidding. I'll do the work. But here's your Barbarella's 10 copy incentive, and here's my dog now here to aggravate my cat too, and hopefully not knock over my table full of comics. Hey, you big 100-pound mule, can you get out of Daddy's office? Huh? Chase your sister someplace else? Yeah, knock into the table once. It's cool. Yep, the Sonja did drop. Amount of people reading Barbarella, 0. But there's a lot of people collecting that cover, and that cover, and that cover. And of course, Derek Chew, 25 copy black and white. The Perillo limited version, the Chew limited version cover, and the Cohen limited version. So some of these limited versions, it's funny, on the release day, they will not have these available until next week or so. They're always delayed somehow, some way, but there's a FOC bonus variant, and then of course the Selena variant. And hey, Blind Adam, have a good night yourself, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you can catch the rest on the rewind. But Barbarella 15 copy, the Muzabakev. I hope I'm saying that right. Virgin cover, then the Cosplay Virgin 21 copy, then Dynamite Libs. So Ash is missing that robot hand that made him cool in part 3. It's good to see you, Nolan Nerd. Dynamite Libs, of course, all these other covers. Cosplay, black and white, 10 copy, 20 copy, 25 copy, 30 copy. Cover J Perillo limited version. FOC bonus. So this one, not too shabby. Some of these are pretty cool, but that one, he's got his boomstick and he's got a hand. How about that? 24 cover A, Perillo. Vampirillo 24 cover B, cover C. Cosplay, Perillo 10 copy, 20 copy, 25 copy Cosplay Virgin, 30 copy Mastrazo Black and White, 40 copy incentive, Perillo Limited Virgin. That's not the Shannon Mare Limited Virgin, but it should be. But that was your Perillo Limited Virgin in color. And FOC bonus by RB White. Another RB or FOC bonus by Castro. FOC bonus by RB White again. Black and white that time. And then your 11 copy incentive Virgin by Castro. 15 copy incentive by RB White Virgin in color. I mean, these things are a mouthful. Oh, man. 24 cover R, 21 copy FOC incentive, Mare, Black and White Virgin. And that's going to wrap it up for them. IDW Entertainment. G.I. Joe Real American Hero. 286. Shout out to, McClay for, correcting me, because I had suspicions. I never really read the G.I. Joe stuff. All right. So, like Transformers, you can get Transformers Generation 1, issues 1 through 80 at Marvel. And you can get G.I. Joe issues 1 through 155 at Marvel. And then you get issues 156 and on in G.I. Joe, or 155 and a half, like Free Comic Book Day and stuff. So, it's, no, man, we ain't getting to DC yet, man. Not yet. But it's cool. I got you, King. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, 286, cover A. Williams, of course, is cool. But if you're a Storm Shadow fan and your store didn't order this one for you, I gotta tell you, these B covers sometimes are as rare as the incentives in some cases, just because they're not ordered. But this is a wicked solo Storm Shadow cover. Good luck to you guys on the hunt. And then, of course, this is your 10 copy incentive. Marvel Action Spider-Man number 5, cover A. Marvel Action Spider-Man cover B, which is your 10 copy incentive. But is Doc Ock hot enough to carry that book? Star Wars Adventures, The Ghost of Vader's Castle, number 1 of 5. There's your Francavilla cover A. And then here is your cover B. Jar Jar's with him. Yep, Jar Jar's right there with him. Here's your 10 copy incentive, which is your black and white of your cover A. The Last Ronin number 4. Oh my God, this series is still not over. Still not over. Eastman, cover A, and then you got a 10 copy incentive. So interestingly enough, again, like I said, this series is not yet finished. But then, of course, we got another unfinished business series. This is Transformers Beast Wars number 8. Cool. Here's your cover B, Black Arachnid, and then your 10 copy incentive. Then we got Transformers number 35, cover A, cover B, and then we've got the cover C, which is a 6-shot variant. So if you guys remember 6-shot, he's the 6-changer. 6 modes. He was had more modes than everybody else at one point. It was pretty awesome. So shout out to my Transformers fans. Image Comics giving us Chew number 8. Then we got Frontiersman number 1. So you guys specking on Image number 1s? Frontiersman number 1 cover B. You specking on this one? Philadelphia 17 cover A. And then here is your 17 cover B. Your cover A for King Spawn number 2. And then your cover B by McFarlane. King Spawn number 2, cover C by Fernandez. Alright, and then Mirka and Dolfo's Sweet Paprika number 3 of 12, cover A by Mirka. There's your cover B by Tim Seeley. Here is your cover C, your cover D, and then your Mirka and Dolfo Not Safe for Work. I believe this one was polybagged. Nocterra getting a second print for issue number 6. And, of course, as you know, Nocterra got picked up. So there's a lot of people chasing Nocterra books right now. Old Guard, Tales Through Time, number 6. There's your cover B. And then your cover C. Ordinary Gods, number 1, getting a second print. And so did number 2. Radiant Black, number 7, getting a second printing. And then Radiant Black, number 8. Cover A. And then here is our wicked looking guy right there, right? And then here's your cover B. And then here's your 25 copy incentive by Tyler Kirkham. So apparently a lot of people either like the books that we present here on the presser, or I just got really, really lucky with these 2 books, like being hot, like people chasing them. I didn't really think there was like going to be like anything like really big with either of them, but yeah. Second Chances, number 2. Saint Mercy, 2 of 4. Stillwater by Zdarsky and Perez, issue 10. Summoner's War Legacy number 6. Siphon number 3. Siphon number 3, cover B. That Texas Blood number 10. Vinyl number 4. Oh, the black and blue is going away, Nola. It's just a little discolored, but I'm good, man. I'm good. No hospital stay on that one. Anyway, DC dropping a golden one in the mix, and you know what? Also, stay tuned for FOC talk, because that's where we're gonna take care of clarifying some things. Aquaman: The Becoming number 1, cover B. And then your 125 incentive, the Manipool cardstock variant. All right, King of the Golden State, where are you at? You in the live chat? Batman number 113, cover A for Fear State. And of course, you see how it says also featuring Clown Hunter. Let me know what happens with Clown Hunter in the book. I'm really interested to see if they're doing some good character development with him. And here is a Batman that never, ever, ever skips leg day. Okay, Ben Oliver. Do you guys know about Ben Oliver? And this is one of those things. I think some of the additional variant covers that were available pushed through previews that I did not copy in from Dynamite. There was a Ben Oliver limited version from Vampirilla. He's done some insanely good Vampirilla variants. But you know what? When you see Ben Oliver doing a variant cover outside of Dynamite or anywhere else, that's a good variant cover. You see him doing a regular cover, it's probably pretty good too. Because, I mean, he's just a good artist. And I enjoy seeing some of his stuff because he has like that muted, like Bartel coloring, but with much darker shades. Yeah, and they are super smart. I forget, is this Metal Gear Solid that this one's supposedly swiping? I can't remember, man. But anyway, the 1 in 25, of course, is being popular amongst people. Batman Secret Files of Miracle Molly, number 1. The one shot also came out this week. The B cover, however, by Franny. I think this was great. Now, DC approached it with the lazy approach, which is the approach they go, oh, we're just going to minimal trade dress this one out. What? Yeah. Well, you know, we're just going to take the A cover that has the big trade dress on it so everybody can read it. We're just going to take that all off. And look, I get it, but that's very, very confusing. I bet you a lot of those 1 in 25s will wind up on the shelves. So that being said, if you do have a 1 in 25 of that Miracle Molly and you were able to pick it up for cover price because they shelved it, cool. Good for you. Batman: The Adventures Continue, Season 2 of 4. And hey, King, appreciate so it's got a Matrix-y vibe, huh? Batman Adventures Continue, Season 2, number 4, cover B. Batman the Detective. So Andy Kubert did both of them. Cover A and cover B. And look at the outfit that Batman's wearing. He's got like that nightmare scenario, Snyderverse look to him. So if you're into that Batman, that's pretty cool. And then here we have the Catwoman 35, cover A. And then here's your Jenny Frisian cardstock variant. Free energy. Awesome discovering the YouTube app in the chat, man. That's amazing. So Catwoman, Cal New cardstock variant. You know, I know the Frisian is good, but seriously, is this book under ordered? Was this book on a lot of shelves at LCSs today? I don't think so. I think the Catwoman probably is the lowest ordered of the Fear State tie-ins. So this is going to be the deciding factor. Is Fear State good enough for everybody to chase every piece of it? And if you need all the tie-ins to understand the story, which is very much in the modus operandi of how DC rolls, because I mean Nightfall and all those things are those really long progressive stories that take place through multiple books. So it's not beneath them to do that. Will it trip a second print if this one has something that needs to happen in it? You know, that's going to be really where we find out how popular is it. Flash 774 giving us the cover A by Brian Hitch. Cover B. And shoot, I didn't copy over who did the artwork on that one. Looney Tunes 262, and of course Stupor Duck, everybody. Stupor Duck. It's amazing. Has Stupor Duck appeared in a previous, you know, if he appears previously, that's probably a good book to get. So there's a little spec matrix for it. I'm trying to throw in as much tonight as I possibly can for you guys, considering some of the other parts of the show might be a little light because of time constraints, okay? But nonetheless, I love all you guys in the live chat. Thanks for tuning in for sure. And of course, I'm down 2 cups of coffee, so you guys know I'm zinging right now because it's fresh pressed. Light roast leaves more caffeine in than medium and dark roast, just FYI. Nightwing 84 cover B. That's the cover A. There's your cover B. There is your cover C. So this one was plentiful because everybody's been upping their orders on Nightwing. This is definitely a book that's been selling out a whole lot more. A lot of the stores that I visit appear to move a lot of DC product. Like DCs are selling well. I don't think they're outselling Marvel, but they appear to be selling better than they did at some points, which is really crazy because a lot of the early Rebirth books, some of them are really, really tough to find. It's crazy to think about, but Shazam number 3 of the 4 issue miniseries. Shazam number 3, cover B. Suicide Squad's King Shark, and you got your cover A. You had your cover B by Federici, which is your cardstock variant. 2 cups of coffee, man. I'm chasing it with caffeinated soda. It looks like Dr. Pepper. I know it's poison, but you know it is what it is. But the King Shark Federici. Not the incentive, but this is your incentive. And who's his friend? That's what I want to know. So cover C is your 125 Collins cardstock variant. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow number 4, and guess what, everybody? A sleeper book that probably caught a bunch of you guys by surprise. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, the Rose Besh variant. I tried to warn you about this one as much as possible, but of course DC be slacking on their cover art. And what up, Hood Rat? Good to see you in the chat, man. So, if you guys are Rose Besh fans, unfortunately, the Spider-Woman is the book, not the Silk. And I hope you guys can get your hands on that Spider-Woman, because that's truly hard to find. These Rose Besh variants over here at DC, however, I don't know if the mainstream people who were like really like into Rose Besh like really chased after her, like after she went to DC, because these are on the shelf. But will they sell out? Yeah, eventually. A lot of these variants take longer to sell out, but they do sell out. So, and the best time to grab them, of course, release week. Get your highest grade copies. All right, everybody. So that's going to wrap it up for DC releases this week. We're into Marvel. Smash that like button and let's get through this last little bit of new releases, and we can talk about some more things here soon. Alien number 7. This Kaman-Coli variant, and then the Rafa Sandoval variant, I believe, is who did this one. If it's not Rafa Sandoval, no, it's Gerardo. Yeah, it's the guy who did Guardians 3000, and I'm getting them mixed up like an idiot. Anyway, Sandoval variant was your 1 in 25 incentive, so you're good there. Avengers 47 second printing variant. Daredevil 33 second print variant. And then a book that I thought was going to do a little bit more, make a little bit more noise. The Death of Doctor Strange number 1. Now, I got 0 books read for the repile tonight, just being honest. And this was one that I was going to try to get in there, but I didn't get a chance to. So maybe I'll have to do a separate segment of the stuff that I can't fit into the presser. And you guys have to tune into the channel. Make sure you subscribe for that. Death of the Doctor Strange number 1 did have this Scotty Young variant with all of his best friends basically that have died before. And, you know, there's Elektra and Cyclops and Captain America and Wolverine and Spider-Man. And I think Spider-Man's about to die again, too, which is really, really odd because of how Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, again, are about to have releases, or a theatrical release. And then, of course, here is Miles hanging by web from the A in the Doctor Strange title. Stephanie Hans variant. 1 in 25 incentive. And then your hidden gem. Your hidden gem variant, of course, is going to be, you know, probably the... I want to like it more, and I'd like it more that I look at it, but look, this is back when Doctor Strange was really into that wild mental stuff. And if you don't like the older issues of Doctor Strange, you probably really aren't going to appreciate this much as somebody of that fandom who really loves the old Tales, Tales of Suspense and stuff like that. All right, so Defenders number 1 got a second print with the Omnimax on the cover, of course, with Galactus's mom right there, and the Galactic booty, it looks like. So we know a lot of that goes down in this book. Issue number 1 with this on the cover. It's going to be interesting to see where this series goes. 5 issues to tell this story. Fantastic Four number 36. So, yeah, Nate, he won't be dead long. His 60th anniversary is coming up. Yeah. That we've said that before on the presser, and we wholeheartedly agree with that comment. Fantastic Four 36 continues on with Mark Brooks's A cover. Probably should have been the incentive. I'm just saying. Mark Brooks is killing it on every single one of those. A lot of people also pushing this one, like going crazy over Russell Dauterman doing this one. Going, oh, it's the first Iron Spider with Miles. And it's like, okay, yeah, maybe, but it wasn't his uncle, Iron Spider. And that's really like Doc Ock arms. Like, that's not like Iron Spider. That's like Superior Miles. Wow. Yeah, you know, I don't know, man. Let me know what you think about this one. Leave me a comment below. Are you picking up this Fantastic Four Miles variant? Are you picking up all the 10 years of Miles anniversary variants? And then, of course, there was this one, the Wraparound Flame variant. Just Wraparound Fire? I mean, it's a fire cover, literally. And then the Bradshaw variant cover, of course, was your incentive. So Johnny Storm, of course, cannot turn off the flame. And he was punished by Dr. Doom because he did it to Dr. Doom's bride-to-be, and she stopped the wedding before getting married and was like, stop, we must have no secrets among us. I had relations with Johnny Storm. And Namor laughed really hard. Like, really, really hard. So if you didn't read that, you should go back and read that. It's a couple of... like Fantastic Four, like 30-something on. It's really, really funny. So, Gamma Flight, number 4 of the 5-issue miniseries here. And then here is your B cover. And then here is your C cover by Zurcher. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 18. I want to read this one so badly. This is one of the books that I picked up today. And of course, silly me, I could have came home and worked on the presser, but instead I've decided to do a raw report because I haven't done a pickup video in a month, apparently. So if you haven't seen the raw report pickup video that I did earlier today, go back and check that one out after the presser is over, and I appreciate you guys liking and sharing that video as well. And of course, don't forget to share a couple of the videos. Make sure we get them to go viral, like, hip-hop variants and legacy second print, later print stuff. So Nolan Nerd, you asked, what do you think people aren't as excited for Death of Strange? I'm not excited for it. Why kill him off? So look, I have said this before, so I don't know if you've heard it before, and if I'm repeating myself for other people, I apologize, but I do want to answer this question because I have a very good reason for it. You guys have to understand how psychology in advertising works. If your core audience is deprived of a product for a long enough time, when you drop new content of said product, you have people flock to it. So if they're going to kill Peter Parker and they're going to kill Doctor Strange, and then they're going to put him in a movie, where are you going to go to get your Peter Parker, Doctor Strange, content fix? You're going to go to the movies. You're going to go see Spider-Man Homecoming. And it's the most wonderful time of year. Debuts 8 days before Christmas. So, good luck. Yeah. But I am anxious to read The Last Annihilation. I did hear some quality things about Doctor Doom. Doom gets more OP, and more OP. And I don't know if you guys have been noticing, and one of my pickups was that Excalibur 23, the Doctor Doom variant cover. Oh, man. Fire. You're going to want to stick around for FOC as well, because that's good stuff. But there was your Miles variant. So that was Guardians of the Galaxy Miles variant. I skipped on that one. Skipped on this too. I think a lot of people are. I know this right here. So this right here, if you are speccing on Miles and sneakers in his new costume here, Spider-Man 29, Miles Morales, number 2nd printing here, is what you want. Oh yeah. Nate, if you watch Drunken Chat, then you know. So, all right, everybody. Here's McNiven after Jay Lee giving us the first cover appearance of Hunter's Moon on Moon Knight number 3. Because he definitely appears in the book. And I might actually have to do a raw report read pile. We're going to have to talk about that one. Moon Knight number 3 is the Greg Land Miles variant. And man, can you say what a missed opportunity. That right there is the better costume. I hate to say it. I think I said it before, actually. But that right there is, I think, the better costume. And it looks like it's just an oversuit over top of the previous costume Miles had. Say what you want. The Reese variant, of course. Artistically, I loved this book. And shout out to my LCS for the not price gouged price, because of course it heated up. This one did heat up kind of naturally. There's a lot of people who were fishing for big money for it, but all the ones close to ratio sold pretty early. And I spent a lot of money with my LCS, and I got discount cards and stuff like that stacked up. So I turned in a discount card, and I got a good deal on 2 copies of this book and 1 copy of Guardians of the Galaxy. That's all I bought today. And you can see my pickup video. That's exactly what I talk about. So check that out if you want to see more about, like I said, what's going on. You guys will find out a lot about what I'm specking on if you see my pickup videos, just FYI. Reptile number 4 of 4, everybody. And then this one, of course, had the Wolf variant. And this is a friend of Comic Crusaders and the crew over there. So I want to give a shout out to her for her cover art here. So congratulations on her getting a Marvel variant. Spirits of Vengeance, the Spirit Rider number 1, got a second printing that dropped. Did you guys get that first print? And then this was a pretty cool looking cover for a cover A. Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 16, The War of the Bounty Hunters. 16 blueprint variant. And then, yeah, this one's probably going to be a lot of people just wanting this one. I can understand why. Devil Dinosaur making an appearance anywhere outside of Moon Girl. I don't know. How do you guys feel about those? Is that good stuff? Like, do you want to see more of Devil Dinosaur? Because I think he's got a bunch of appearances in places that people really don't give a crap about. Got some cool variant covers out there too. Avengers number 0, Kirby variant. Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads, the Perel variant, everybody. So this is a follow-up to the Peter Parker swipe cover. So more of a story with Peter in the black suit, actual symbiote suit, and that reality. It's wild to read. So I like that they're doing more and more of that. And then here we go, United States of Captain America number 4 of a 5-issue miniseries. And there is your cover A. Here is your cover B, your design variant. And then here is your Peach Momoko variant. Shout out to Dave Collects. Probably no worries, Dave. I think we're good here, man. Appreciate you stopping by. And he probably got himself that Momoko. X-Core number 5. Oh, X-Corp. Remember, so if it doesn't have an S, it's Corp. If it has an S, it's Core. English. Your 3 languages posing as one. Isn't it amazing? Anyway, the All Red variant. So this is another book I would like to read, the 5-issue series, and see where it takes me. And then, of course, this book right here, Pepe Larraz. Pepe is delivering non-stop fire with his art. And I believe he's doing his own inking. I'm not sure if he's doing his own coloring, though. Yeah, Manny, I had that book in my cart last Wednesday. Nope, Free Energy hadn't read it yet. I was going to read it, but we'll figure it out from there. X-Men number 3, and that's actually good because that gives me an opportunity to go back and collect all the other variants that I missed out, the high ratios that are plummeting in price. Some of them were like $70, $80 out the gate, and they have fallen by the power of Grayskull. But anyway, X-Men number 3, Pepe Larraz was cool. The Daughterman trading card variant, I'm going to probably regret leaving that one on the shelf, but I might go back and pick it up. And then shout out to King of the Golden State, talking about picking up this Dotson variant earlier. X-Men Legends number 7. So this is also going to be a cool read because Elizabeth Torque did this wonderful variant cover here. That's also probably going to be a book I'm probably going to regret not picking up. But I hear good things about Onslaught Revelation. Going to read that one here too. All these X titles dropping in one day. You guys know that normally I would love to be that guy giving you a review of all the X titles, catching all the first appearances and stuff like that. And that's where I would do it. I would do it inside the Ultra Maximus Speculation Matrix, which we're still going to enter. And Raw Report Update is going to be where I would normally be talking about some news. But I want to talk to you guys and just say that work is important for me to be able to pay my bills. Now that the kid's back in daycare, it's an extra something dollars a week. Even though he's in a pre-kindergarten program, like the extra hours that he's got to be there and stuff like that, we have to pay for. So it's not the free ride that it was when he was at home. We were saving a ton of money by him being at home and stuff like that, and I was able to kind of hustle a little bit with the comic book stuff. But now it is full-time back to work for me. So, I'm keeping full-time hours, but they're odd hours still. So I could be working into the middle of the night. I'm going to probably be doing that sometimes. So subscribing to the channel is important because I may be doing some shows earlier in the day. We'll see. But tag me when you see news. All right. So any newsworthy posts you see on IG or Facebook or on Twitter, go ahead and tag me. And of course, if you guys want to check out some of the latest news that I was going to talk about tonight, I've shared them on my Facebook page. So you can go ahead and follow me there and take a look at some of those. And Manny, when it comes to, apps dropping information, you always got to make sure you do your due diligence and do your research. And let's talk about some things here. So, last week, I kind of called it. I didn't realize I was calling it that well. But apparently, last week, the 1 in 25 versus the 1 in 25 of Radiant Black. Where were you all last week on this one? Because I know where y'all are this week on this one, because it's obviously both of them, but the Moon Knight probably is edging it out just a little tiny bit. Look how very similar they are, though, but I gotta say, Moon Knight's popularity is really soaring a lot, and I can't believe how well some of his books are doing. And of course, there's some really rare ones out there. I know that the Bill Sienkiewicz of the 2014 volume. I mean, there's some rare books out there, so make sure you guys leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of the variant battle from last week, aka this week. And then next week's battle is going to be these two books pinned against each other, because we've got Huntress versus Harley Quinn, but both by Cale New. So either which way, he wins artistically. But of these two, which would you pick? That is what I'm asking you, the viewers. So thank you again for tuning in. And we are going to move right on into the remainder of the program, because I know you guys came here for the goods. You came here for the Spec Matrix. You came here to get inside my head. So let's talk about some of the heat of the week. Again, He Who Fights with Monsters. For a couple of reasons. For one, not only is it a Marvel swipe. For two, it's, unfortunately, got Nazi propaganda on it. So there's people who do, of course, collect that kind of stuff. As a person who studies ancient cultures, it is still saddening to know that the mind of many people will forever associate that symbol with some horrible stuff, when there is an entire culture of Buddhism and stuff like that that's related to that symbol. But it is what it is, everybody, so I'm not going to leave this one on screen now that we get flagged. Don't want to get flagged. He Who Fights with Monsters #1 has a 20 copy glow-in-the-dark incentive, of course. But the D cover, again, open order versus these incentives makes it kind of hard. But of course, you Jay Lee fans, 40 copy, and the 50 copy was okay too, black and white, but it had a glow-in-the-dark version. Like, which would you pick? Space Pirate Captain Harlock, the 10 copy, the 20 copy, and 30 copy incentive variants for those are probably, they're card stock too. They show everything when it comes to damage. So, Baby Teeth #20, the final issue. So do you have all 20 issues of Baby Teeth? Did you piece all of them together? Do you have variants? because that's an interesting Donny Cates chase book right there. So if you're a big fan of Donny Cates, it's probably a book you want. Bunny Mask number 4. And then the MFKZ, cover A, cover B. And God Killer Tomorrow's Ashes number 2, second print. Tarot Witch of the Black Rose, the deluxe lithograph edition. Yeah, Leftovers Aggie. It's a pretty interesting read too. Trailer Park Boys Get an Effing Comic, number 1, second print, of course. Cold Dead War, number 1, second print. So it's interesting. A lot of these later prints, with different artwork, except for the Trailer Park Boys. That's just an oddball book. But it's also, I think, at like a $7.99 cover price. The Impossible Jones, 10 copy incentive. I know there's probably going to be some people who are chasing after that one. Exo Man of War cover A by Raza, and then of course the pre-ordered by DeCall. That's gonna be a tough book for you Jeff DeCall chasers. That's all I'm saying. So good luck to you guys out there on that one. And then of course the Burns cover C for Wonderland Annual, The Reign of Madness, and then Dark Blood second print. Is it selling out? Did it get allocated? Dark Blood seems to have a pretty good following behind it, a couple of issues in already, but we'll see how it turns out. So it's a 6-issue miniseries. They're probably going to set it up with the potential of it going further than that, because that's how Boom does. And then cover D, 25 copy incentive by Christian Ward, absolutely killing it with his artwork as usual. Dune, 25 copy incentive, 50 copy Tedesco, and then the Eat the Rich variant. So this is your 10 copy incentive, which is a version of the one cover, and then Maria Lovett giving you this 25 copy incentive. Good Luck number 4, cover B by John Boy Myers. So I don't know if they were secret variant salting it again with the A cover and foil. Leave me a comment below if you happen to find one of those, because they did like 50 foils of issue number 1. A shout out to Phil at Comics Talk Weekly for dropping that knowledge a long time ago. Once in Future number 20, cover B, of course, is your 10 copy incentive by Dan Mora, and then your 25 copy incentive. And let's just be honest, some of these Boom books at 20 issues in don't have as many people buying them as they did when they were buying out every print, allocating every print, going 8 prints for issue number 1. But there's a first print of Once in Future in the Ultra box. So congratulations to the future winner of that one. The Once in Future winner of the Ultra box will appreciate it. Black Hammer Visions number 8, of course. Golden Guns, everybody, Golden Guns. I think it's just a cool looking cover. And these Black Hammer books, again, Larry from Larry's Comics said that Black Hammer is the best superhero book, and it's not even close. And I've had a lot of you guys also in the live chat also confirm that. So I think that's going to be the official policy here. Norse Mythology. I've been meaning to read them. I really have. And then, of course, Barbarella. Derek Chu. Selena, G.I. Joe, a real American hero. I mean, yeah, it's a 6 Storm Shadow cover, and it's a solo Storm Shadow cover. But John Royale has done some previous covers with Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. So there's some better Storm Shadow variant covers out there, and you might be able to find them. Spider-Man number 5. 10 copy incentive from Marvel Action Team, of course. And then, of course, your Star Wars Ghost of Vader's Castle. 10 copy incentive, everybody. So I like the B cover, because these B covers, not ordered as much. And then, of course, if they qualify for a 10 copy, they could have ordered 10 copies of cover A and none of the B covers. So if those B covers have fire art, I recommend you pick them up, especially if there's any kind of keyness to the book. Lots of odd Star Wars appearances in some of those books too. TMNT The Last Ronin number 4, and here's your cover A by Eastman, and then here's your 10 copy incentive. And then, of course, your Transformers Beast Wars 10 copy incentive, and the regular Transformers title 10 copy incentive. All the cover B of Eat the Rich 2 are errors. Oh man, that's crazy. Frontiersman number 1. The Frontiersman cover B. You know, if IDW canceled all the Star Wars Adventures books and they're moving to Scholastic, I heard that rumor too. I would be surprised because they still have all the Marvel Action All Ages stuff going on there. And who knows, is Scholastic now going to be printing comic books through Penguin Random House? That's crazy to think about. That is crazy to think about. But anyway, King Spawn coming back with issue number 2, and there's your cover A, but the Billy Kincaid McFarlane cover B, bringing back them old school villains. Mirka and Dolfo, and of course the cover C for the King Spawn. Mirka and Dolfo, all covers. If you're into this book, you're specking on a lot of the variant covers. Of course, the variant covers are keeping her sales totals up, but it's a book that appeared in Italy again, reprinted in English, and it's going to be the first time it's printed in English, so it might have some benefit to that. Nocterra number 6, second print, of course. The Radiant Black number 8, Kirkham vinyl number 6. Aquaman The Becoming number 1. All 3 covers. So there's a lot of people who like this version of Aquaman. This is the son of Black Manta. He was Aqua Lad, and I guess the future state version of him is what it is. But the Fear State is still kicking. So again, Batman Who Never Skips Leg Day, and then King of the Golden State's favorite cover of the week. Miracle Molly, one-shots. Batman The Adventures Continue Season 2. Some of these are actually turning out to be really, really cool premise, and if they bring back the Batman Adventures Continue animated, some of these may actually be good spec-worthy books. I heard a rumor that they're bringing it back. You know, everybody's hearing rumors of things being canceled. Well, let's talk about a rumor I heard that they're bringing back the Batman the Animated Series. Batman Detective, of course, the A cover and B cover both by Kubert, so if you're a Kubert fan, you're picking those up. This Catwoman Fear State tie-in, though, I think this is, again, probably a low-ordered book, because A cover wasn't really all that. Everybody probably went ham on the Frisian, and then a couple stores qualified for the 1 in 25. So good luck to you if you found that 1 in 25, but it was sold out in a lot of places. Looney Tunes 262, Nightwing 84, and there's your new cardstock variant as well. Suicide Squad King Shark. Cover B, Federici. Cover C, 125. Of course, the Rose Bash variant made it in here. Geeking Out with Roscoe. What's up? Pigman. Alien number 7. Alien number 7, Kamukoli variant. And the Sandoval. The World War She-Hulk second print of Avengers 47. And then Daredevil number 33 second print. Death of Doctor Strange, you know, I put them on here, but just the 2 covers that I thought looked the best. Because I really, none of us are really thinking he's going to stay dead very long. Marvel doesn't really kill people for very long, especially not key characters who still have a Marvel cinematic appearance coming up. Like, come on now. Like, you guys got to be thinking, just like the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man, they're not going to keep him dead. It's just impossible for that to happen. But, you know, the Hidden Gem variant, again, for us weirdos. Omnimax is here, Pigman. What? Omnimax second print for Defenders number 1. Fantastic Four, and again, I like the Dodderman variant. A lot of people like the Dodderman variant. I like the Flame variant. This is your incentive. So if anything actually key happens in the book, this is going to be the book, you know, going to be the one to get. I'm going to read this one, and Free Energy is telling me it's the final issue. It happens. Guardians of the Galaxy 18, the variant is the one that I got. And let's see here. Miles variant. The Miles second printing variant. First appearance cover of his costume. So he appears again. This book debuts 1 week before Miles Morales 39 hits shelves. So here you go, everybody. That is your first cover appearance. It is the Kamala Khan. Yeah, it's a Captain Marvel 17 scenario. So, do you guys think this costume's going to last? Because I don't. I think they're going to revert back to his classic Miles costume here soon. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about that one. Moon Knight number 3. Of course, everybody is sweating this book really hard, but I think this was probably, like I said, the best version of the Miles costume. They should have kept that one. And then, of course, everybody's sweating this one really hard, too. Selling for twice ratio right now, or ish. I'm going to keep an eye on these. And of course, I want to keep an eye on some of the books that... I'd like to see if somebody who watches the show actually reviews some of the books that I put on these lists. And some of my books of the week, and see how they're actually doing now. Be quite interesting. Maybe I should go back and do that, huh? Spirits of Vengeance, Spirit Rider, number 1 second print. And then the War of the Bounty Hunters, obviously. If you're reading this, you're reading all the tie-ins. You're trying not to miss anything going on here. It's a crazy book, that's for sure. It's a crazy story. 30 plus, I think, tie-ins, 22 tie-ins or whatever. So, Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads, number 3. And the Perel variant, I like both. You guys know it's an X title, so it's going to be on most of my lists, and I'm probably picking up almost all the variant covers if they look really, really hot. The Dodson variant here, it's all right. X-Men Legends number 7, that's the Elizabeth Torque variant. And then the X-Men Onslaught Revelation. Onslaught Revelation Vincentini variant. And that's going to wrap it up for the new releases that I consider the heat of the week. Let me know what you think of those books, if you picked up some of them. If you read them, I didn't get an opportunity to because of the, the real world job thing. But we're going to try to, maximize the ability to do some of that. But stick around because we're just getting to the goods, everybody. This is the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser. We are not done having this press conference because we now need to talk about the FOC releases. And where do you know about those FOC releases? If you're not watching a secret variant or you're watching some other FOC show, you should know exactly what we mean by final order cutoff. For those of you who don't know what I mean by that, well, if you want your last opportunity to get an order in for a book, there is a order window that's very, very, very small. Coming up this Sunday, 9/26, DC and Lunar Distribution, which covers Scout Comics, Ahoy Comics, and a few others, will be closing off their orders in a final order cutoff. And then the following day, the 27th, which is Monday, there will be an opportunity for you to submit your final orders for a remainder of a bunch of other books, including Marvel. So I do a show on this channel called The Secret Variant on Sunday nights, which is an opportunity to actually see the books that are in final order cutoff, giving you an ability to order them. Please tell your LCS about that. Please, of course, subscribe because we're going to be giving away the Ultra Box on this channel, and it's massive and it's insane. But I also do that Spec Matrix Variant Edition over here on Drunken Chat. That will be Friday, aka Saturday, depending on your time zone, of course. Mimicking about the time that I went live here, 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then, of course, check out all the featured channels on here. And some of you guys are in the live chat. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And, of course, I'm trying to give you guys a little bit of a bump, too. So when I made these slides, some of y'all only had like 320 something subscribers and 44 for Hood Rat. Make sure you guys go subscribe to these guys and get their numbers up. I'm trying not to yawn. I really am. I'm beat, guys. I worked, a lot, and then came home and did the Raw report. Now it's the presser, and now it's almost time to go. But you guys have been so good to me that I love putting on this content. So again, I thank you guys for the opportunity to do this. Tune in next week for the Wednesday presser, and of course I'll do another Raw report eventually. It's one of those crazy things that I like to do. New pickups and mail drops. So we're going to make sense of all of the books. I'm going to try to organize them so I don't confuse them and mix it up the piles. But again, the viral video thing, this is how we can get, one of the 2 videos that should have gone viral by now. It's crazy to think that they haven't. But the second printing, except for Thanos 13, on all the Hamas variants, and then of course the hip hop variant platinum list, everybody. If you guys can make sure you're sharing those with everybody, make sure they know about them. And now it's time for the final segment of the show, everybody, the one that everybody loves. Yeah, let me sip the drink here. And yes, I'm fighting yawning, and I've had 2 cups of coffee, and I'm drinking caffeinated thing. NOLA, I'm kicking the idea around, but if I do a channel subscription, it's going to have exclusive content. So just know that there's a lot of things on the back burner, but I've got some family needs first that have popped up. So we got things to take care of. Daddy needs a new... Oh, nice. Gwenpool 21. Unfortunately, I'm sold out of all those. I gave one to Aaron Yee, and I think I sold another one somewhere. That's a tough book, man. Really is a tough book, Free Energy. So congratulations on that. So, like we showed you earlier, He Who Fights with Monsters with that Red Skull swipe, Trial of Red Skull. Here is another cover swipe. So, if you know what book it swipes, leave me a comment below. After Dark doing a one-shot. So this is over here at Aftershock Entertainment, but it does have a 10 copy incentive. So you're going to be on the lookout for that one. Hopefully you got your orders down for that one. Oh, man. Do you guys know about the Chicken Devil? Have you guys heard the legend of the Chicken Devil? Okay. If you don't know the legend of the Chicken Devil, you can find out the legend of the Chicken Devil through covers A and B. But this is cover C, which is the mask variant, which is not being released with covers A and B, so this is likely going to be a later print. Are you picking up these mask variants from Aftershock Entertainment? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you are doing there. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, number 9. And of course, she has been away for a while, so they're picking up where they left off, even after a long break. And here's your cover B. Rick and Morty, Mr. Nimbus. And if you guys don't know who Mr. Nimbus is, if you haven't watched the show with this episode, he's basically Namor, but just insufferable, turned up to a billion. Like, really, really bad. And of course, there he is, cover B. We Don't Kill Spiders, number 2. Seems to be a popular title. I thought this was a wicked looking throwback cover. Blade Runner Origins, number 7. There's your cover C. And funny enough, that hack guy, yeah, he's actually done a couple of other covers that we just looked at there. Grim Fairy Tales, number 53, of course. Your cover C by Mega Reno. Your cover D by D. Pascal. And then your Grim Spotlight Cinderella versus Zombies one-shot. Cover C, John Royale. I appreciate you, Nolan Nerd. I appreciate you, man. We all go through problems, my man, but you know what? Taking family is more important than anything else. So, possessive anyway. Because, you know, if you had to sleep with a crazy ghost in order to keep your family alive, would you sell the house in order to break up with her? Find out by reading Possessive, I guess, because that's the story. Tales of Terror, Annual Goddess of Death. These are straight cover buys for some people, obviously, but I know people are definitely going to pick these up. But these being on FOC, you're going to need to get your name down for them. You're going to need to find some of these Zenoscopes. You have to be like a gold, silver, platinum level, you know, dealer in order to really get involved in getting some of these variant covers. So I do wish you luck. There's your Tales of Terror Annual Goddess of Death cover C. And then Tales of Terror Quarterly 2021 Halloween Special cover C. All right. You Power Rangers fans, I know you guys know wholeheartedly who Drakon is. Lord Drakon here is the combination of the White Ranger and the Green Ranger. So he's got both Tiger and Dragon powers combined. He's pretty ruthless. It's a evil version of Tommy. So this right here, the Perel C cover. Then you got your D cover, which is your 15 copy incentive. So those are your two incentives. Those are virginized versions of the A cover and B cover. Manta's variant is this artwork is partially used on the A cover, but they give you a 25 copy incentive. There's the FOC reveal variant, which has the Black Ranger with the gold power up, the Tanuki or Tanuk or whatever it's called. The 10 copy incentive. I know a lot of people are after those. And then the Montez Unlockable. So that's the virginized of the 25 copy incentive. So there's a lot going on in Power Rangers books. Definitely getting a lot of support. Lots and lots of support. Black Hammer Reborn, number 4 of 12. So this is yet another Black Hammer series going on. Then the cover B by Johnson. And then you got this cover C. The Unbelievable Unteens World of Black Hammer, cover AC. And then you got the cover BF. Weird numbering there. Did you guys catch this one? If you Tony Fleeks fans are not aware of this one, you better get your name down for it as soon as possible, because that is your cover M FOC bonus variant. And then here is your 11 copy bonus FOC variant for both Army of Darkness 1979 number 2. I know there's going to be some people who did not know about this one. If you didn't watch a secret variant, it's okay. You Megan Hetrick fans, really wish she had more artwork, because I like her style. I like her coloring. The way she has lighting affecting is good. It's very vibrant, and if you follow her artworks, you can see that it does follow a pattern. Friendship is Magic 10 copy incentives. Sonic the Hedgehog 10 copy incentives. And look, there's a lot of 10 copy incentives from IDW that are like really hard to come by. So when you see somebody posting up an A cover, a B cover, and a 15 copy incentive of a Star Trek book, this is like the equivalent of a 1 in 50 being offered on a Transformers book. There's not that many people who are buying Star Trek in the individual issue format. A lot of people wait for the trade paperbacks, but the people who do support the print format do order A, B, and C cover, and you know how many people are fighting over the C cover. Some of these books are rare. Star Trek, I don't think, has had its day the same way Star Wars has. And again, here we go. Star Wars Vader's Castle, the Ghost of Vader's Castle, Spectre of the Sith, right? And that wicked looking, cover B, the young Anakin. TMNT's ongoing, 122, cover A, and just basically characters everywhere, including Jenica, who does not appear, as far as we know, on the Eastman cover yet. But the 10 copy incentive, oh, she's not there. But I got to give a shout out to my favorite Transformers artist, even though I'm not buying this book or reading this book. The King Grimlock retail incentive for issue number 3 of the 5-issue miniseries is done by Alex Milne. Fantastic line art. He said that he was taking line art homages from Silvestri. So pretty cool stuff there. So this is a Transformers book I am anxious to read, though. For all my other Transformers fans, the Wreckers Tread and Circuits number 1 of a 4-issue miniseries. So this is going to be interesting to check out, because here's your B cover, and then here's your C cover. So if you guys aren't familiar with who the Wreckers are, the best representation is found in a trilogy of series in the previous G1 IDW universe. So what that means, IDW's universe from 2005 to 2018 had 3 series. First one is called Last Stand of the Wreckers. The second one is called Sins of the Wreckers. And then there is a one-shot deluxe edition book called Requiem of the Wreckers. I recommend you read all 3. You can read all 3 of them as a standalone story. It is essentially the equivalent of the Watchmen of Transformers books. And what I mean by that, well, it's one of those that you're capable of reading by itself, being semi-familiar with the genre. You know, it's talking robots, right? Like robots with personalities, beings that are made of metal, you know. So there's a lot going on there. But this 10 copy incentive has some very interesting characters, some of which only appeared in the previous IDW G1 universe. So it's cool to see them taking some of the characters that were actually created and have moved on. I have not done a first appearance list because, my God, it'd be like G.I. Joe. But maybe something can be done in the future. You never know. Deep Beyond number 9, cover B, of course, by Mirka and Dolfo. They didn't show the artwork, so you know it's probably going to be good, and it's probably going to be very spoilerific. And did you guys miss these? Because if you missed them, you can now get them in a later printing, and, you know, later prints seem to be all the rage with everybody, right? Department of Truth 10, second print, 11 also getting one, so did 12, but, oh yeah, so did issue 8 and 9. I love the way issue 9 looks, though. With that cover art right there. So, Gunslinger Spawn, cover B, McFarlane. But did you guys also know there was a 50 copy incentive with Greg Capullo? Oh, but wait. 250 copy incentive by McFarlane. Signed edition, just like they did with King Spawn number 1. So, everybody... there was just under 1,700 copies of the King Spawn number 1. I wonder how many there are going to be of this. This is also the reason why everybody went ham over Gunslinger Spawn's first appearances and stuff like that. So here we go, everybody. The Spawn universe is definitely kicking it off at high gear. Let me know and leave me a comment below if you're picking up that 1 in 250 signed edition, and if you're going to get it CGC graded. And I believe it's going to have the coupon just like the same way the previous signing book did. Me, You Love in the Dark, number 2, getting a second print, and also getting a second print 20 copy incentive ratio. Trover Saves the Universe, number 3 of 5. Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, number 7 of 12. Batman 89, number 3, cover A. So this right here, I believe, is Barbara Gordon, and she's finding out about him, you know, basically being Batman. So I expect to see the Batgirl of the Batman 89 universe. Pretty cool to think about. Cover B by Lee Weeks. And then, of course, they finally give us the cover art for the Batman Catwoman, cover B by Jim Lee and Scott Williams. And, of course, Jim Lee doing Batman. Never a bad thing. All right. Batman The Long Halloween Special has 3 covers. I hope you can do this. Batman number 1 Long Halloween Special one-shot, cover B by Tim Sale. Oh, but Tim Sale also does the 1 in 25 incentive. Now, we don't really know 100%, but we've been hearing that the Batman movie that has Pattinson doing it is loosely based on the Long Halloween. Maybe this has something to do with it. Who knows? It's all speculation at this point, but that 125 is probably going to be a pretty tough pickup for some places. Black Manta number 2. Whoa. This cover's fire. Absolute fire. Black Manta number 2. Oh, Sanford Green said, oh, you come with that cover fire? I'm going to cover with cover fire too. So shout out to Sanford Green for this one. This cardstock variant's amazing. And then, well, DC Black Label, obviously going to be deluxe size. I'm guessing just by the size of this book. But Jock doing a 25 copy incentive, everybody. So good luck to you on finding that one. Challenge of the Super Sons number 7, cover A by Simone DeMeo. And then Future State Gotham number 6, cover A by Simone DeMeo. And here's where I'm going to give a shout out to the crew over at Spine Ticks. We talked about this one This Rose Besh variant is, we believe, Dick Grayson's sister. If that is Dick Grayson's sister, Rose Besh variant, I think those two play well into the variant chaser game. So who knows? Harley Quinn and the Eat Bang Kill Tour number 2, cover A. And then Babs Tarr giving us this cover B. Joker number 8, cover A, Gilliam Mark. Cover B. I mean, that's a pretty wicked looking cover there. Oh, but the Punchline fans did not see this one coming. I'm sure the Joker number 8 cover C is probably going to be a big chase for Punchline fans. So there's something for everybody there. Rose Besh giving you something, and then for you Punchline fans, you got something else there too. Justice League Last Ride number 6 of 7, the Michael Choi cardstock variant, Dark Side. Got Superman yoked up by his cape. Nubia and the Amazons, number 1. So this right here. Yep, cover B. And you know what they did? They did you guys dirty, because what they did is they put this thing back on FOC an additional week. This is your 125 incentive, but they went ahead and they had an open order, minimal trade dress, cardstock variant cover. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some people picking that one up. And, you know, even though I'm not reading this book any longer, the Kal-El Superman, Son of Superman book, here's your issue 4, cardstock variant by Inyuk Lee. Teen Titans Academy number 7, the Steve Lieber cardstock variant. I just thought this was amazing. Metaphor, Gorilla Grodd as a hero and having a Robin is just crazy. But, you know, DC Comics is crazy. Titans United, though, this again appears to be loosely based on the Titans lineup, you know, unless, spoiler, Hawk's dead. Hawk got blown up by Red Hood in season 2 or season 3 of Titans. And, you know, in about 40 something minutes, you'll be able to watch the new Titans episode. So who knows? Thank you guys for tuning in, staying in through this one. But Titans United, of course, also had this Cal New cardstock variant. Wonder Girl, Joelle Jones, Jamal Campbell cardstock. Wonder Woman, both covers. All right, everybody, we're in the Marvels, and that means we're in the home stretch here. Thanks for chilling with us. Amazing Spider-Man number 76, the Joe Jusko Marvel Masterpieces variant, and then the Gleason variant. So apparently, Gleason's incentive kind of gives it away, right? Avengers 49 got the Joe Jusko Marvel Masterpieces variant with a ripped She-Hulk, but very, very good-looking She-Hulk cover, I think, is going to do well. Black Panther Legends, number 1 of 4. So we got 3 covers on this one, but you know what? I showed the cover A and cover B. I think we got a new White Wolf. I'm just wondering, because I think they're gonna tell a different tale of a different White Wolf. So we'll see what's going on there. But Steel Freeze variant, be on the lookout for that art dropping. Darkhawk number 1, second print variant, and unlike the 1 in 50, he's actually on the cover of this one, because the 1 in 50 has the classic Darkhawk on it and it doesn't have the new Darkhawk. Kang Conqueror number 3, Doom and Kang, everybody. This is going to pair excellent with the Doctor Doom book that has them doing the bro shake. So I absolutely think this, and this is an A cover. This isn't even the variant. I think that's going to be a good pair of books. And for you Shanna the She-Devil chasers, this is your Kazar Lord of the Savage Land B cover. The incentive is the map variant. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 31, him and Starling on the cover, but Taskmaster in play. And there is a Sway variant cover that I'm probably going to have some people chasing after that one. Moon Knight number 1, third printing, and with this being the first appearance of Hunter's Moon, I tell you, pick up the second and third prints of number 1. Shang-Chi number 5, Michael Cho variant cover. Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 15, War of the Bounty Hunters. Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 15, the Friends Handbook variant, and the Lucasfilm 50th anniversary. Star Wars got a Carbonite variant. And then X-Force number 24, we're finally getting some cool Colossus covers. And then Black Tom Cassidy actually getting himself a variant cover as well. And I think that's pretty cool. And then Marvel Masterpieces Joe Jusko recycling that 90s artwork. All right, everybody. Issue 3 just dropped this week. So issue 4 was on FOC already. So you had to order that before you knew. So the numbers might be similar. That's just what I'm guessing. But here's your Dutterman trading card variant of Sunfire. And then your Joe Jusko Marvel Masterpieces variant cover. And then this is your Shalvey incentive variant cover. And then Trial of Magneto getting a second print. And that is going to wrap it up. Make sure you guys tune in to the next episode of The Secret Variant this Sunday so you don't get the behind the FOC list. You get in front of the FOC list. And I'm going to bring you guys as much information as I possibly can. And which is the reason why, again, I'm sad that I didn't give you guys the action-packed show that I wanted to. I wanted to read some books, find some first appearances, but you know what? It's going to improve. I got some things I got to take care of, but you guys know how it goes. And I appreciate you guys for all the support along the way, subscribing, leaving comments, liking and sharing the videos. And of course, that means I will see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, of course. And until next time, I'll catch you then. And thanks again for everybody in the live chat. Appreciate you all. And like I said, I'll see you all next time.
Find the perfect song for your video in 5 seconds. Go to Artlist